Volume 4 of the Poem of the Man God, Chapter 510, titled Among the Ruins of a Destroyed Village. A vision given to Maria Valtorta on the 12th of October, 1946. It's about the future, the imminent future, of Israel, after having rejected Christ. But it could also be about our civilization, Western civilization, English, British civilization. So it bears listening to. I do not know in which place is Jesus. He is certainly in the mountains, in a place deserted after it was destroyed, either by a cataclysm or by active war. And I would say that the latter is the more likely cause, because the ruins of the houses show signs of fire in the ceilings protected from rain, and still visible through the tangle of bramble, ivy, and other creepers and parasitic plants which have grown everywhere. The broad hairy leaves of a plant, whose name I do not know, although I've seen it also in Italy, cover a large ruin which looks like a steep hill. Farther back, a wall standing upright and lonely to contemplate the rest of the collapsed house is invaded by caper bushes and pellitory, and a clematis, whose branches undulate in the wind like loose hair, hangs from a fretted parapet of what once was a terrace. Another house, the central part of which has collapsed, whilst the outer walls are still erect, looks like a huge flower vase, which in place of stems contains trees, which have grown spontaneously in the hollow where rooms previously were. Another house, part of which is still erect, with the remains of the walls rising in steps, looks like an altar prepared for some rite and completely adorned in green. On the very top of the ruins, a poplar, as slender and straight as a blade, seems to be asking the sky the reason for such a disaster. And between house and house, rubble and rubble, obstinate fruit trees, now degenerate and wild, overwhelmed by other vegetation, or overwhelming it, grown from fallen fruit, twisted, straight, creeping, coming out from holes in walls, from a dried well, give the impression of a bewitched forest. And birds and pigeons, coming out of crevices among the ruins, fly avidly towards neighbouring fields once cultivated, where now there are tangles of hard vetch dried up by the sun. And from their open pods, seeds drop to the ground to spring up again at springtime, and tangles of darnel and tares. With fierce blows of their wings, the pigeons drive away the smaller birds searching for millet seed or grains of hemp, which have come up from who knows what remote seed, lasting for years and years in wasteland through spontaneous sowing. And the birds, particularly the quarrelsome sparrows, avenge themselves by tearing off the thin ears of the scrubby millet and taking them away to their nests, flying with difficulty, all twisted because of the weight and the encumbrance of the millet cob.